in the article, Joe Lacob says we will never bottom out. And we have a, quote, ace in the hole. And it is this, quote, we are the Golden State Warriors. I believe in the culture. I believe that word gets out. I could go on and on. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying that's who we are. So I get that the different culture exists both with the organizations and within the sport. But to me, it is endlessly fascinating that here in 2024, we have got two professional franchises here in this city that literally play like a par five from each other. And one of them is like, dude, our ace in the hole is that we can go get anyone we want because we're amazing. And the other one is like, we'd sign free agents, but San Francisco, am I right?
We can't get anybody.
What do we do? Because we play here in San Francisco. What are we supposed to do with that as fans?
And Baxter said to us about an hour and a half ago, players love coming here and they love playing in San Francisco. And that caught me a little bit off guard.
Right.
I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you? And yet baseball players somehow don't love playing here. Buster Posey was told by unnamed other players that they don't want to play here because of San Francisco.
And it's been confirmed by players in the league.
Right.
Austin Slater, Logan Webb, these people have been like, they're not lying. There is that. And I get that it's baseball versus basketball, but don't forget that Charles Barkley was on national TV 48 hours ago saying that this city is overrun by, was it homeless criminals?
Right.
Is that what he called it?
Yep.
Homeless criminals. Like the whole idea, quite frankly, is a little odd to me. From this perspective, let's even say, okay, you're a baseball player. I don't want to get political, but okay, you grew up in Florida, whatever. You're a white guy, and you think San Francisco is just a big old cesspool. All right, fine. That's what you think. That is going to shade your ability and desire to play baseball here. Like, I've never understood this because there's nothing about these players that suggests, like, I don't know, man, have you ever encountered a professional athlete just bebopping down market? Have you ever seen that in your 55 years living in this market? Other than when they're on the top of a double-decker bus.
Yeah, maybe not market.
Like, dude.
Seen him, I saw Manu Ginobili south of market a few years back.
You did?
Which, you see him, it's like, damn.
Was he lost?
No, he's getting a little breakfast.
Okay.
He was, they were staying at that hotel that's down there, just south of market, and he was getting a little brekkie.
That's great.
It's like, hey, what's up, Manu?
What's up, Manu?
I was like, damn, you're a lot taller than I thought. Because, the shorter players in the NBA.
Totally, they look tiny.
They look shorter, and then you see him, it's like, dude, you're 6'5".
You're legit
6'5".
You're 6'5". If I had other people who were 6'5" in my life, I'm like, my God, you're tall. Yeah.
I do think that's interesting, though, about the San Francisco part of this. And, whether or not Joe Lacob is right, and he talks about the culture, and that's where I have to stop. And Baxter said this as well. The culture is Steph Curry currently. Well, when Steph is gone, is the Golden State Warriors still going to be a top attraction? Is the culture still going to be the culture? If Steve Kerr is gone and Steph is gone and Draymond's gone and Clay is gone, is the culture still the culture?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. That's my concern. When I said earlier today that Joe Lacob's ego concerns me, I don't mean that in a personal way. And again, arrogance doesn't bother me. And yes, he's amazeballs. That's not my point. My point is that I don't maybe share his absolutely omnipresent confidence that this is just never going to dip because he's here. Like, I don't share that. I hope he's right, and he might be right. I don't have this great reason to doubt him, but I don't have a great reason to believe him either, because if you really want to boil it down, Joe's been amazing at his job. But if you ask yourself, if the last 12 years of Warrior basketball, if I said, okay, what's the number one reason why they were good the last 12 years? None of you were like, because Joe Lacob's ownership. No. No,
that would be further down the list, but it's on there.
It's on there.
It's on there.
It's on there.
I do think
somewhere below Steph Curry.
Well, yeah,
somewhere below that.
Clay and KD and Draymond
all
and
of them.
Steve Kerr and Mike Brown and Ron Adams and all the rest of the real solid contributors. But I will give him this much credit. He has built an organization, and maybe that's what he's talking about culture-wise. The organization is an organization of winning.
All class.
All class.
They're all class.
Beautiful building.
That. Yes, they are
Forget
all class.
the on-court championships for just a minute and just think about the Warriors brand. And the brand is built in large part by the winning and Steph and all the other people we just named. But the brand itself has been... the valuation is about 10 times what he paid for it or more.
They are a top 10 brand in sports. In fact, I think I read yesterday they are number 2 behind the Dallas Cowboys.
In valuation. Yeah.
In all sports.
Of American sports.
All of them. And that's crazy.
And that's,
that's absurd.
In part because he built a great organization.
They're worth more than the Yankees.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So nobody takes any credit away. But I don't know.
So what's the culture after the culture after Steph and Steve and after this group, and by this group I mean, the veteran, the core.
Yeah.
Steph's got 2 more years after this one. Maybe he decides, I'm good. I'm done. And Steve signs a 2-year deal and Draymond's done. And Clay goes elsewhere. Yeah. What's the culture then?
I don't know, because if you think about it, it's like, where do players want to go? Well, they want to go to big markets. All right. Is it a big market? Sure. Of course it is. But why do players want to go to big markets? They want exposure. They want other opportunities to come out of that. Does that happen here? Sure. But it's more like techie and like Iguodala, like business stuff. It's not Hollywood. It's not New York. And are the Warriors on TNT every other night? If those players aren't playing here anymore, and you're ticketed for being a 39-43 team, like, are Kenny and Chuck and Shaq talking about you all the time?
Probably not.
I don't know. I don't think so.
But they have 29 national TV games this year, I think.
Right. Like, that's not the brand. That's the player. That's so.
Right.
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder. But yeah, Baxter Holmes, ESPN, joined us earlier. He wrote the article. Here's what he said about that portion of the conversation he had with Joe Lacob.
He doesn't ever want the Warriors to bottom out. He does not have the appetite for that, for just being at the bottom of the standings and you're aiming top picks. But he believes as strongly as, and he calls this his ace in the hole, that if it comes to it, and the Warriors need to go the route of going after star free agents, that the arena, the market, the culture, and their willingness to spend and all of that is what is going to help separate them. And so free agency and getting star free agents was something that he very much believes in.
I mean, that's great to hear. I do too.
Right.
I'm a big believer in good players. Get them.
Yes.
That's my philosophy too. That's been the Giants' problem. So I just found that whole thing very, very interesting because, sure, if you're a visiting player and you're at a team hotel and it's in downtown and you're like, I'm not digging this area, okay, fine. The funny thing is you will have potentially less of that if you actually played here, because the Giants all live in Lafayette. I don't know if you've cruised around the streets of Lafayette recently.
Oh, all the time. Kind
of clean and okay. Not a whole lot going on there that looks bad. That's where they all live. So why do I right? We'd like you to be the right fielder for the San Francisco Giants. Well, but Market Street. Really? You can play right field for the Giants and never go there if you want.
Right.
And if you do end up there, it means you won the World Series.
That's probably the last time that Steph or any of those guys was on Market Street.
No doubt. No doubt.
Steph coming up from Atherton, going right to the arena. Clay boats in from Tiburon, for crying out loud.
Exactly. It's the best. Boats in from Tiburon.
I mean, he docks his boat somewhere and probably hop, skip, and a jump over to the arena, hoist some jumpers, and get back on my boat and go home.
sauntering over to the arena, being like, "I'm stopped. I should still be starting.
Yeah,
I should be finishing." Yeah,
you do have a little bit of the Clay bounce. That was good.
Yeah, like Clay walks with his shoulders, right?
That bounce was good.
Yeah, you can only see it on YouTube and Twitch. But anyway, what's up, Kevin in Pleasanton.
That was funny. I laughed because that was funny.
Thank you.
Oh, they got to defer 12 runs. Come on.
You not thinking what's funny is funny.
Yeah.
How about that?